All right. 919-410-7735. Now, for everybody who think I'm crazy, right? Somebody said on social media, man, it's going to take at least an election to show them that we won't vote. No, it's different. See, this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That all these, and like I said, I have no disrespect to these old heads and these old civil rights leaders, but it's a new day. You ain't got to march no more. You ain't got to reach in your pocket because of social media. If y'all share this video and y'all steadily sharing it every day, you send it in the people inboxes, you telling them, share with everybody they know. This thing could catch wildfire, and by November, y'all will have some politicians trying to do your platform because they're worried that you're not going to come out and vote. You at least have to put a fear in them. Right now, ain't none of these politicians afraid of y'all. What they got to be afraid of? Poor people gonna vote the way they've been voting. Democrats, with blacks gonna vote the way they've been voting. What they afraid of? You got all the old stalwarts telling you, you gotta vote, register to vote, register to vote. We gotta vote to change this. Man, look, we've been voting to change this for 70, 80 years. Has it changed? Has it changed? That's the only thing I would ask y'all. For everybody who think I'm talking crazy, we've been registering, we've been voting, we've been turning out for years. Has it changed? I mean, really just stop and think about something. Like, let me give you a come to Jesus moment for a minute. To all my black listeners, I said this when it happened. And do you know people got mad at me for saying something about it? I mean, it was in that moment in time that I realized, you know what? I'm different than these civil rights people. Because they got mad at me for saying this. All of them. Morial, Sharpton, Jackson, all of them got mad at me. It was in that moment in time that I realized I'm not like these people. You know what they got mad at me about? Because the Democrats controlled the House, the Senate, and the White House. And Barack Obama was sitting in the White House. And the Civil Rights Act, that legislation came up. And my response in my show that day was, this should be passed right now, forever. It should never come up again. It should never have to come up again. We have a black president. You have a all Democrat Congress and Senate. It's no way the Republicans can even stop this because you got a supermajority in both houses and the president, and a black one at that. This is a piece of legislation that is up and should be qualified for life at this point. And do you know they got mad at me for bringing this out? And it wasn't qualified for life. That in itself should tell y'all your value. I mean, really think about this. And see, this is where people make their biggest mistake, right? This is where they make their biggest mistake. If you don't know your worth in anything you do, you will always be overlooked. Always. When President Obama got elected into office, before the midterms of 2010, for 2 years, the House, the Senate, and the presidency was controlled by the Democrats. They controlled everything. And not one person besides myself was saying, why have they not codified the Voting Rights Act to make it permanent in the Constitution or permanent in the law of the land? If Democrats are really for poor people and black people, and you have a black president in the White House who's a Democrat, why wouldn't they make this a permanent solution? A permanent one. If this doesn't, I mean, real talk, just stop and think about what I'm saying. If you're black, what does that tell you if nothing else? We ain't got to worry about them. They're going to vote for us anyway. And that's my whole point about this, y'all. That's my whole point about this. It is not to tell you not to vote. My whole point is we're not worth anything to them. And if you're not worth anything to somebody, guess what? They'll never appreciate you. They'll never do right by you. And then if you don't, they're gonna blame you. You the reason it's like this. You chose for it to be like this. What? You didn't value me. What are you talking about? When you had a chance to show value in me, you chose not to. And this is what I'm trying to get y'all to see. I'm not trying to tell you, well, you just shouldn't vote. What I'm trying to say is, man, look. When the opportunity was there to create something, they didn't. They didn't. And the reason they didn't is because in their mind, they already knew, even if we don't do this, they're going to vote for us. Do y'all see what I'm saying now? And so when you tell me we got to vote because of King, we got to get involved. We've been involved. We've been voting. We had the power. And even when we had the power, guess what happened? We wasn't on the agenda, even though we're the reason they had the power. We gave them the power, and we still wasn't on the agenda, y'all. Really think about that. That's a hell of a statement when you really think about it. We give you the power, and we still ain't on the agenda. You're listening to WB.